So this is day 2 of the series, and I think this is going to be a pretty good one, a really important lesson a lot of people can use. And this goes back to uh, something I saw in the gym today. And I was training my hip adductors, which is in the machine where you are like bringing your legs together, essentially. And right next to me was the hip adductor machine. The name is really similar, easy to confuse, but it's whatever. Basically, it's for your legs. And I look over for this dude, and he's doing it with his arms. He's like laying down and he's going like this with his arms. And at first, I was gonna like question it. I was like, "Yo, what the hell are you doing? Like, are you good? Do you need help?" But then I realized like our gym doesn't have a lateral raise machine, and this dude was jacked. I tell you, this dude was jacked, straight jacked, and like before like ridiculing it, I thought to myself, I was like, man, it looks pretty dumb. I'm not letting go of that. It looks pretty dumb, but hey, dude's getting his gains in any way possible, and I can completely respect that. So it's funny that I saw this and I thought of that because just after that exercise, it was a leg day, so I was hitting calves. So I went over to the calf raise machine and it was taken. So and the lady like just got on. So she was gonna be there for a while. And so I was like, okay, so I need to look at an alternative. So I went to the leg press machine and I started doing calf raises on it. And actually, like this is unrelated, but bro, this that movement was absolutely fire. Like deep stretch, everything. Like I like highly recommend that. It's like a horizontal leg press. But that's besides besides the point. If you do that for your calves. Um and this also reminds me of a really good quote by Dale Carnegie in his book. It was called it's in my mind. How to Win Friends and Influence People. You've definitely heard of that if you're into like self improvement or whatever. And even if you're not, it's a really popular book. And he said, "A man convinced against his will, is of the same opinion still." What that means is, if a dude is like, "Oh, I hate muscle cars," and some dude convinces them, it's like, "Oh, they're really good for drag racing, this, that." He's gonna say, "Okay, okay, okay," and just like avoid conflict. Like, I'm not saying everyone's avoiding conflict, but just to let it rest because eventually everyone wants to do that. He's still gonna walk away thinking that, hey, muscle cars, I hate them. I don't like them. So what can you do? You can try to teach them. You can try to observe and adopt this learning mindset yourself. And this is how growth happens. Maybe you look at someone and you're like, oh, this is kind of dumb. It's kind of funny. I don't really believe him. I don't believe in that. But best way is to view with it in an objective mindset. And what you're doing by this is opening yourself up to a bazillion possibilities, whether it be learning, like, in life, like possibilities are endless. So that's the lesson for today. Keep yourself open to new ideas and adopt a learning mindset. It's the only way for you to grow.